Hello and welcome to Algebra Examples. Today we are going to look at the example where we graph the equation y is equal to negative 2x plus 1 by plotting points. When we plot points, often what we want to do is start with a chart. So we are going to draw a horizontal line and a nice vertical line. We are going to have a column for our x values, a column for our y values, and I'm going to put in a third column, which some people don't have, and that's okay. Some people do. Our third column will have our point written out as a coordinate x comma y. So it's going to put together the values from our first and our second column together. When working with an equation, a lot of times what we want to do is use easy values to plug in for our x values. So that means we want to use integers and we want to use nice, easy, small integers as well. I'm going to use my favorite three numbers, 0, 1, and 2. These numbers we are going to take, we're going to put them in our x column, and we're going to place them into our equation where we see our x to figure out what the y output will be. So let's start off with plugging in 0 where we see our x in our equation. So that'll give us negative 2 times 0 plus 1. And if we do our math there, we see negative 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is equal to 1. We're going to do the same thing for plugging x is equal to 1 into our equation. In this case, we get negative 2 times 1 plus 1. So that is going to give us negative 2 right here plus 1. So that is going to give us negative 1 as our solution. Our third point, when we plug in 2 into our equation, I'm going to write this onto the next line. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. We are adding 1 to that value, and that is going to give us a negative 3. So in our third column, the extra one that I put in here, we can put these 2 points, or these 2 numbers together to create our coordinate point. Our first point is 0, 1. Our second point is 1, negative 1. And our third point is 2, negative 3. So these are the 3 points that we are going to plot to give us our line that we're creating. Now, you may be thinking we only need 2 points to create a line, and you'd be correct. Oftentimes, I like to put a third point in just to make it a little bit nicer. And again, this is something that you can skip if you want to do so. We're going to label our horizontal line as our x-axis, so we're going to put a little x there. Our vertical line, we'll put a little y there for our y-axis. And now we're going to start putting a couple of tick marks onto our graph here. We'll see that our x values go from 0 to 2, so let's put a couple of ticks. X is equal to 0 is at the center of our graph, so we normally don't put a tick mark there. We'll just leave that blank, and we usually don't label that either. For our y values, we start at positive 1, so we'll put a tick mark at positive 1. And then we go all the way down, notice negative 1 and negative 3. So this is on our horizontal axis. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. All right, we are ready to plot our points. Our first point, our x value is 0, so that means we don't move left or right on the horizontal. And our y value is 1. So we just move up 1, and we're going to put our point there. Our second point is 1 comma -1. So our x value is 1. We're just going to go over to 1 on the x value. And we can kind of make a little rectangle here. We're going to go down. Our y value is -1. And notice we kind of made a little box there. And at the end of the box is where we're going to put our point. Our third point, our x is 2. Since our y value is negative, I'm going to put my dashed line down. Our y value is at -3. So we're going to, again, create a rectangle and put our point at the end of it. Now we can connect our dots to create our nice line. And sometimes we're really good at this, and sometimes our line gets a little bit funky, and either way, it's going to be just fine. And we are going to label our line y is equal to -2x plus 1. Thank you for listening today, and if you enjoy this, please hit subscribe and share this with others. Thank you.